What it do, everybody, and welcome back to All Sports Media TV. I am your host, KJ the Great. Now let's get right into it. I'm gonna just give it to you straight. We ain't gonna play around, straight up, no chaser. Let's talk. So it was announced recently that world boxing, the body that is recognized by the IOC, the International Olympic Committee, and who will be running the boxing events at the 2028 Paris 2028 Olympics, excuse me, not Paris, Los Angeles, but 2028 Olympics. They will require all of the athletes going forward from today to enroll in mandatory sex testing. Mandatory sex testing. This is what I was calling for. This is what a lot of women were calling for. This is what a lot of people, a lot of analysts were calling for. And it's finally happened. Now, what they also did say was that the Paris Olympic champion, welterweight champion, IMANE KHELIF, I believe is how you say the last name, will not be allowed to compete at the upcoming Eindhoven Box Cut June 5th through June 5th through the 10th, which is, right around the corner, until she undergoes these tests, mandatory sex tests, which are PCR, short for polymerase chain reaction genetic tests, which can be done via nose swab, mouth swab, or saliva or blood, in which this test will reveal a Y chromosome. And they made a very good statement. They said this will level the playing field for both men and women, and it'll keep, the playing fields going forward and the integrity of the sport. It'll keep it, or try to elevate the integrity of the sport, I should say. Don't let me misquote that. And I agree they should do it. And why do I agree with this is because if you refer to a video I did, what was it, at the beginning of 2024, was that USA Boxing were going to allow transgenders to compete. So if you were born a man and you transition to a woman, you could compete with women and vice versa. And yes, I had a problem with that. A lot of female boxers had a problem with that, or have. A lot of analysts, a lot of former boxers, just everybody who pretty much seems to have common sense has a problem with that. And what they were saying was that USA Boxing was that the person has to be fully transitioned for up to 2 to 4 years. They have to be on strict hormone, XYZ, all of that. But nonetheless, that means nothing when you break down the actual physical nature of boxing. You can have like I always tell people, let's just talk about the heavyweight division. For instance, the heavyweight division for men is 200 pounds plus. The heavyweight division for women is 175 pounds plus. So let's just stop it right there. Clarissa Shields, she's the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world at 175 pounds and up. She's probably walking around closer to about 180. You look at the undisputed heavyweight champion, or a former undisputed heavyweight champion, Alexander Usyk. He's literally walking around no less than 225 to 230 at 6'3". Clarissa Shields is 5'8". You look at the average height of a man, the average weight of a man, and you look at the average height of an athlete, the average height of a female athlete. It's just miles and miles apart, and it has been. And I always bring it to not just boxing. I talk about other sports too, because I'm a track and field fan. As a former track and field athlete, I can never imagine myself competing with women, because I know that the times that I ran, a lot of women that are professionals don't run today. I wasn't the superstar or anything like that, but I could run 10-second 100-meter dash, and not every woman out consistently runs 10-second 100-meter dashes. If they run a 10-second 100-meter dash, it is viewed as a very, very good time. Sha'Carri Richardson is currently the fastest woman in the world. She ran a time of 10.65. Could not compete with any man. The fastest man in the world runs a 9.77 right now. Can't compete with that. You look at Elaine Thompson. She ran her best time of 10.54. I mean, there are high school boys running 10 flats right now. Do you see what I'm saying? Even if you put hormones on those boys and all that stuff, they've already built their bodies up to be able to run certain times. You look at bodybuilders, you look at football players, you look at basketball players, and a lot of people will say, oh, well, basketball is skill, but at the same time, do you really want LeBron James in his prime, Zion Williamson, or somebody like that's real big, or Shaq even type person in their prime, barreling down the lane against Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, even Brittany Griner? It wouldn't be pretty. Let's just keep it like that. It wouldn't be pretty. And not to say that those women aren't good at what they do. They are great, and I fully support them at what they do. That's why I make these videos and call for men to stay out of women's sports. They are great at what they do. They are women. They are great at being who they are and athletes. Don't take nothing away from them. But we need to keep women and men out of the opposites sports. It is rare that you'll see a woman go and compete with the men. There was a female boxer who transitioned to male and had a record of 2-1 at a low weight. I believe it was straw weight. And in the third fight, ended up getting knocked out in less than 21 seconds. It's not pretty, because physical nature will take over in those instances. So I like what the world boxing is doing. And I like it because the Olympics will be in the States. I like it because they will, if they follow through with these, they will definitely stir up some controversy, but they will also clean up the amateur level of the sport, because there will be these tests going on, and then there will be other testing going on for other things that we know happens in the sport. So let me know what you guys think about this. Peace.